the popular opinion over here is that Hillary Clinton won this and Donald Trump didn't lose it. Now, that doesn't sound like a victory for Donald Trump. You're his supporter. He didn't make any great gaffes, but he could have clinched this, couldn't he?
I was a little disappointed that he'd missed some opportunities, but I was surprised that all of the online polls over here, including on the liberal Slate magazine and Time magazine, all showed Donald Trump winning resoundingly, which makes me wonder if maybe the online polls are more reliable than the phone polls on who you're going to vote for, because I probably would have honestly said it was a draw.
Jerry Springer, he is winning some of the online polls, but the mainstream media polls like CNN show a thumping win for Hillary Clinton, as indeed they did for Mitt Romney, lest we forget, in the first debate last time round. So not necessarily the end of the race.
Against Barack Obama.
Right. And Obama, of course, went on to a thumping victory at the election. How significant, Jerry, do you think last night will end up being in the pantheon of this election?
Well, I think this, you know, look, Trump could still win the election, so we shouldn't build this up too much. However, I do think it was probably more important for him than it was for Hillary. Trump had to show tonight that he was presidential, that he knew enough about foreign policy, that he knew the intricacies of what makes the world work. And he just came across as being Trump again, you know, and being a little bit insulting, interrupting, and I don't think he looked presidential, and that's why I think he lost the debate.
OK, back to ankles. I mean, I would argue he looked more presidential tonight than I've seen in probably any of the other debates. He seems to have worked out how to not be quite so Trump-like, if you like. But in terms of the audience that Donald Trump is really talking to, there was a fascinating poll yesterday that he's 59% ahead of Hillary Clinton when it comes to working-class white men in America, which is a huge, huge gap. Is that his audience? Is that what all his campaigning is really directed to? And can he win if they are the ones who come out to vote for him?
Well, first of all, he might well be able to win just by getting huge numbers with working-class white males who have not been voting for 20, 30 years. That's a lot of votes to be going after. But no, that hasn't been his audience at all. I mean, he's been, especially in the last month, he's been reaching out aggressively to African Americans and appears to be doing quite well with them. He's making a really great argument. I think he did look presidential tonight. I disagree with Jerry Springer on that. I recently rewatched, incidentally, the Carter-Reagan debate from 1980, or watched it for the first time, I guess. And what surprised me was because what Jerry Springer just said is exactly the way it's always pitched, that, you know, Ronald Reagan came across so well and so presidential. Actually, I was surprised. He kind of came across as a bumbling old man. But like tonight with Trump, the media image of Trump has been so ugly. I'm not joking when I say he came across as he wasn't Hitler, so he won.
And do you know what? I find it really interesting because you've mentioned the Hitler comparison 3 times in your argument. Do you think that's even something that should be in the ether around Donald Trump?
No, I think we have a really appalling media over here. But has it been done? Why, yes, it has. I believe every single New York Times op-ed columnist has launched an article comparing Donald Trump to Hitler. It's very original reporting we have over here. No, I mean, there's a reason the media is held in such low esteem, lower than it ever has been right now, even lower, I mean, in periods in the past when it's the lowest it's ever been. And I might add, on these online polls you're seeing around tonight, you know, who really lost the debate was the moderator, Lester Holt. He is polling horribly tonight.
Oh, he's in an unwinnable position,
Final word to Jerry. Jerry, look, by common consent, a win for Hillary Clinton. Can she carry that momentum now to the next 2 debates? And how utterly confident are you that she will be president? Because many people around her have been showing a sign of panic recently as these polls have edged ever closer.
Well, I'm not panicked, but Trump could win. You know, I still think in the end Hillary pulls it out. But look, I'm not certain that she's going to win. When you're down to 2 people, a world event, some crisis, something could happen which changes the dynamic. I think in the end, she still wins. I think what Trump needed to do tonight was to look. His base loves him. There's nothing he's going to say that's ever going to lose the base. But the base itself is not large enough to win the election. He's got to go after particularly undecided suburban women. That is the group that he needs. If he gets that, he wins. Wow. But tonight, he didn't help himself, particularly the last part of the debate, when he got pretty insulting towards women, et cetera, with the Rosie O'Donnell. Why bring Rosie O'Donnell in?
Vote. It's very historic, and we're very happy. Yeah, people are angry. All over the world, they're angry. And
why?
Do you take heart from that?
Why are they angry, sir?
I think we're doing very well in the United States also, and essentially the same thing